How were you ultimately introduced to SMP?
I didn't know about SMP or anything like that. I didn't know I even had a solution for it. So one day I went to Panera Bread, and when I went there, I seen this dude that had a super sharp shape up, and it looked straight like a tattoo. And when I seen that, I said, damn, like he's not fooling nobody. That's a tattoo. I can tell that was a tattoo. And he was kind of like, he was fly, you know, he had the nice chain, the dress, you know, Gucci shoes, the whole Gucci outfit, the nice shades. I mean, he looked straight like money. So when I seen him, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I went up to him. I was like, is that a tattoo of a shape up? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yes, brother, this is what I do. I was like, tattoo of a shape up. So he gave me his card. It was more like I was supposed to meet him. I was supposed to find out about scalp micropigmentation, that this is it. This is your calling. It was one of those type of moments for me. And I went on his Instagram and I just started looking at it. And then I started seeing you know, stuff about scalp micropigmentation. One of the first barbers that I've ever seen doing scalp micropigmentation was, shout out my boy Jesse Lima. That's one of my, that's my family right there. That's one of the dudes who I have the most love for.
Jesse's a beast. He's a beast. Really humble guy.
That is my brother. That's family 100%. But I started seeing him dabbling in it as well. So at the same time, it was catching my attention. It was catching his attention. At that time, I actually wanted to learn from Daniel Yerenburg. I literally was like, when's your next class? And we ended up canceling the class.
Real quick, so Dan is also the person who introduced me, for those who don't know.
Dan was the man in the DMV. He was the number one. I would say, I'm not even, you know, he was one of the top SMP artists in the world. Yeah. Rest in peace again, Daniel Yerenburg.
Yeah, back in like 2016, 2015, Dan was, and everything you said with the Gucci suit, I picture Dan loved to dress nice. He always had nice watches too.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. Did you then end up training by yourself somewhere else, or did you go back to Dan, or how'd that work?
I don't know. I guess at that time I was like, man, I'm gonna try to find something around me.
More local, yeah.
And I actually did my research and I found Scalpa Online Academy, you know, with, you know, Bryce Cleveland, which is,
shout out to Bryce, legend in the SMP early days.
The king of SMP. He don't do it no more, but that is, you know, that's the big boss who put all the big names on now.
Dan Yerenburg was working for Bryce.
Yeah, everybody who is somebody in the industry, he has something to do with, he trained somebody to train this person, all the big names in the industry.
Right? So you did like video tutorial training at first?
I'm not where I am today because I got trained. That was just like the introduction for me, because I trained with a lot of people in the industry. I wanted to become great and I know what it took. So I literally was traveling a lot. That type of training, you know, to do it on online class and to be where I'm at now, like it's...
And that was so early on too. I mean, there's much better products, needles, techniques, everything. So you're watching these online videos. So were you doing the melons and the fake skin?
Oh yeah. Late at night, I would literally...
Do any of your body parts?
Nah, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I don't have... What's crazy is that as a barber, I started offering it to my clients and they already, you know, they would believe in me because they know the type of, I guess, how detailed I was in cutting their hair. And, you know, so when I told them I did this, they would actually let me.
You know? Were you doing it for free back then?
I was getting what I can get.
Yeah, no, you got to build up your portfolio.
I was getting what I can get. You know, I would say 2,000, I would say 800. I was like, man, I'll do it for free.
Oh, I did it in the beginning. You have to. In the beginning, are you doing it out of a barbershop? Where are you doing it at?
It was my second barbershop I ever owned. And we had 4 barbers in the front. And then I had my barber area in the back. It was like a little small room. And I literally would close the door, and use my barber chair as my chair for SMP.
Okay.
And I started, taking anybody I can get. I was like just laser focused. I wanted it so bad.